studio today, and I think I'm going to work on some assemblage pieces that I've had stacking up and ready to go in various stages of readiness, and today's the day I'm going to make it happen. My name is Denise Serro. If you don't know who I am a mixed media artist, and that is because I have kind of a mixed media life. One day I might be working on paintings, the next day on assemblage art. I've always got art journals going on, and I might step outside and work in my garden. It just, whatever creative bug is tapping me on the shoulder that day, that's where I'm gonna go. So I'm a little mixed up in what I do, and I like it that way. I've just come to a point where I stopped trying to pigeonhole myself in what I do. I just am creative. I am a creative, and as long as I'm doing some kind of creative endeavor, that's where I'm happiest. So with that being said, I'm going to work on assemblage, as I said, and I'm going to go through my process. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. If you're somebody just getting started on assemblage art, it's a great starting spot. If you've been doing assemblage for a long time, you might find some tips that I use or that I do, or if you have some, put them in the description below, in the comments below. That would be awesome, because I read my comments and I always answer them, and I love to see what other people have to say. I'll also put in any elements that I'm using, any links that I think are apropos for what I'm doing with assemblage, or anything I'm forgetting to say right now. I'll put it in the description below. So, did I leave anything out? As I may have said, I'm going to do this in a couple of videos to try to keep it not really long, and just do a segment at a time in separate videos, and see how that works out. So with that being said, let's head down to the table and get making some assemblage art. Okay, so here I am on my table, and I've got some examples of some of the pieces that I've worked on, and the boxes and the elements that I use as my surface. So they can go everywhere, anywhere from, this is a card box. This was a group of card boxes I did for a local gallery in teaching a workshop, and what we did was they had a whole bag of gift card boxes, and we used this as our substrate, and even used the vinyl cover on the card boxes. They really made great little assemblage pieces. Now now that I've made these and I like the elements that are in them, I may go and take the vinyl top off and add glass into them, because some of them are pretty cool. I mean, they've got some really great little elements in them. And I always add something to the top, usually add my signature stamped into a little plate on the back. So those are card boxes. Here's another one I've started, and I need to put glass on it and a few more elements. It's a little theme with turtles in it, which you're going to see more of that. But basically that's what it was. It was a card box. This is a box that I will end up covering with paper, adding elements inside, and then I create my own little lip with balsa wood around the outside that I can cut a piece of glass and slip it right in there, and that's going to be pretty fun. That's gift boxes. This was a decorative box. It was a really pretty one, so I kept the outside of the papers that were on the box, kept those on, and added in elements. You know, here's, I don't know if you can see this. It's a watch, the surround on a watch with a face in it, inside of a really great little tin, a little cameo, little teapot, and words in here that say "stay true." I then have some ribbon I found somewhere. It's metal ribbon that is engraved, and I use that as the frame around my glass and add a little handle to it. And there you go. It's a really nice, substantial little piece of assemblage art. Of course, you can always go bigger. This is a piece that's actually I did on a picture frame. The glass was still in the frame, and I did some mosaic stone on there. Again, turtles show up in a lot of my work. This one is all about nature. It's got little buttons with peacock feathers, some really nice little pieces of stone, glass tiles, this little vintage bottle, which was so darn cute, some really nice ceramic tiles that were made by my daughter-in-law, and of course the turtle. The turtle is the cutest. So this piece is about nature, and it was done on a picture frame that I picked up at a thrift store. You can also do them inside books. I don't have one of my book assemblage pieces with me because they've all found new homes. But I learned this from Greg Hansen, and you can find him on YouTube with his really wonderful assemblage art. But this is all cut out. The book is cut out, and it's cut out. You can either do it with a mat knife, which takes forever, or you can get this really handy little saw, a little Dremel saw. Let me unwrap this. And you can just go right down into the book and saw, cut out whatever shape you want. Well, I don't want to say whatever shape because I don't know that you could do a circle with this. You'd have to be pretty skilled with it. But this works really great to create a really nice opening in a book to be able to add things into. And what I do is when I do it in a book, I open the back cover and I screw the pages together and then glue the back cover on. I do the same with the front. So the book doesn't open any longer. It will stay closed. Then I don't mind this kind of irregular pages, how they separate. What I do then is I put coats of a medium on it to make them so they're hard and they stick together and they stay in place. So once I'm done with that, then, and this is not necessarily the picture frame I will use, but it is one I had handy that fit over this. I can do a picture frame with glass that will protect what's inside. So those are pieces, these are all on the work table waiting to happen with something. And I usually try to find some really fun titles or really nice book covers. Let me see what this one is. Does this have a title? No. This is the Modern Encyclopedia, but it's a really nice cover. Had a really great texture on it. So I look for really interesting books before I plan on doing an assemblage with it. Set those out of the way. My very favorite thing to work on is iPhone boxes. iPhone boxes are the best. I gotta make sure I stay in frame here. They already have some really interesting little nooks and crannies in them. And they're easy, they're manageable to work with. Well, first of all, it's a really sturdy, wonderful box. And they, like I said, easy to work with because they're small. And they've got these great little insets for you to work with. This is my little flying pig. I've had him forever. He's been glued together so many times. He's now on one of my assemblage pieces. But you can really have a lot of fun with these. So that is my iPhone boxes, which also I have another video, I believe a video or two on doing assemblage in an iPhone box. You might want to check that out on my YouTube, but they're really great boxes. So what we're going to work on today is I'm going to show you how I get started on working on my iPad boxes. Now, this is the top of an iPad box with an iPhone box inside of it. and that box has glass. But it's quite a collection of really fun little things that I find along the way, and they make it into my assemblage pieces. Here's another one. I do love these boxes because the same as with the iPhone box, they've already got nooks and crannies for you to work with. Here's another one that I'm working on that's about nature and turtles. Apparently I'm really into that right now. And I'm going to show you how I start out. So this video is going to be taking your iPhone box and getting a start on it. So let me clean up my table and we'll get down to it. Okay, so now that you know iPad boxes and iPhone boxes are my favorite substrates to do assemblage art in, I'm going to show you how I get them ready to add the goodies and make it a piece of assemblage art. So pop on over to the next video and I'll see you in the studio.